There's a field burning not far from us. We're in the same force belt with the enemy. The enemy is about 70 meters away from us. They come in small groups to certain positions and get a solid pounding. In the right hands, this is a death machine. In this episode, we will visit the positions of Ukrainian defenders in the Svatove direction, Luhansk region. Here, Russian aircrafts, helicopters, and drones can hit the positions of Ukrainian forces several times a day. Part of the defense line is located close to the enemy, sometimes less than 100 meters away. Therefore, they have to repel infantry attacks as well. So, welcome to the front line. Tell me, why are they hiding? Right now, it's enemy aviation. It happens very often here. There can be strikes. What do you mean by aviation? It's a helicopter. It flies out, sometimes twice a day, sometimes once. This is when the action begins. Strikes are occurring. And what we hear now is a helicopter? This one is the helicopter. It's better to stand up here. No, this is better not to stand up. You heard it yourself. Was it close? It was very close. It's already gone behind. Somewhere it fell, in the field. Very close. As soldiers tell, the Russian aviation has noticeably intensified in the Svatove region. The enemy can strike one area several times a day and do it regularly. Actually, only when you get under an aviation strike can you truly feel and understand how powerful it is. Unfortunately, the forefront now, if we talk specifically about aviation, the Russians have a big advantage. There's a field burning not far from us, as if the fire is coming towards us, towards the tree line. Roger, we see it. Maybe it won't reach you. You think the Russians deliberately set the fire, or is it accidental? They like to set fires. The guys told that last year they also did it in dry weather. Only when the wind changed somewhere. They like to light up with lighters and make it hard to breathe. Is there any danger for us? No. Although the forest here is dry too, the leaves are dry. It can be different. Let's hope it will be extinguished. I will work here. Do you copy? We put the fuse on, cover it, and put it in place. We're in the same force belt with the enemy. The enemy is about 70 meters away from us. We observe the enemy. They can sneak up towards from both the road and from the wood in groups. We repel them if they approach. Have they tried to approach? Yes, they tried to sneak up a couple of times. We held them back. The enemy retreated. There are quiet times like now. We can sit and observe. And at one beautiful moment, mortar and heavy artillery shelling starts. And after 1 to 2 minutes, machine gun fire is launched on our positions. And we try to determine the distance from where the shots are fired. We try to retaliate with everything we have. Isn't there a feeling that they don't even care if they lose 20 to 30 men? New ones will come and others? There is such a feeling. We observe this. They come in small groups to certain positions and get a solid pounding. Half the group get wounded. They don't always take the wounded along with them. They leave them to bleed, and eventually they remain here in these woods, in the fields. Today, we are working on the Svatove direction. One of the positions, which we visited, is very unusual. Probably for the first time in my memory, when the forest belt is divided into 2 parts. One is controlled by Ukrainian defense forces, the other by Russian troops. And under such conditions, it is extremely important for infantry on mobile positions to have reliable cover. Yes, I'm ready. Sending you best wishes. Happy birthday. Go. Amazing. Keep going. I'm empty. Aim higher. Done. Fire. The flight of a shell lasts for 0.7 to 11 seconds, and then it self-destructs. That is, it flies to that distance, explodes, and creates a cloud of shrapnel. And there is mincemeat if there is any infantry there. In the right hands, this is a death machine. Going back. I'm empty. We worked against electronic warfare systems and the enemy troops. That is, they were both in the bunker and in the transition area from one position to another. Another danger that fighters emphasize is the strike UAVs. This includes both DJI Mavic and drop systems and FPV drones. This unpleasant buzzing is constantly in the air here. And unfortunately, you don't always understand whether it's your own drone or someone else's. Therefore, fighters are forced to spend the maximum amount of time in shelters, and movement between positions is also minimized. FPV flew in. We were in positions, heard it flying. It landed and hit us, blew up the observation post. We already had arranged it here. Everything was destroyed. Did it hit here? Yes, it flew in from above between the trees into this area. If we hear it very loudly, then it means it's above us, and we work by command, either with small arms or we have trained guys who have their own anti-drone guns. They use them to divert those drones. They divert them away from our positions or land them by disrupting the signal and completely jamming them. That's how aviation can work now. They report that launches of KABs are possible. Attention everyone, possible launches of KABs. This is how it happens. In about 5 to 7 minutes, we'll know if the aviation has been effective or not when the explosion occurs. And now, as an infantryman on the front lines, how safe do you feel from FPV drones, and is there any protection at all? I notice it myself. It's very unpleasant when something is buzzing above you. Yeah, this is the thing. When you're just moving from one position to another, or you're just getting to a position, you hear a bird flying somewhere. You can't tell if it's our bird or the enemy's bird. You immediately freeze slightly. You stand under a tree. You don't even move. You're trying to find out on the radio whose drone it is, whether it's an enemy or our drone. Do you notice that there are more drones? We shoot down a lot using small arms. Then when you land one, 2 more will come. And we'll give them some more trouble, but they have plenty of drones. Now, an anti-drone rifle operator at the position, is it already a must-have? Yes, it's good to have. When the fighters are standing and drones are hovering above them, they won't be able to do anything. Only the anti-drone guy, because the drones have drop systems. By sound, you can tell if there's a drone and if it has a drop system, whether it's flying without a drop system or it's an FPV. It flies with sound. It's hard to fly. It has weight. The same with the Mavics. These drop systems add weight and you hear it. So you can already distinguish them by sound? Yes, by sound. I can detect any drone. Our drone is flying. The scout drone is coming back. It is without a drop system, without anything. As soon as it flies by, it's promptly informed so that the operators and anti-drone personnel don't cause harm to them. As soldiers say, Russian aviation has become more active in the Svatove direction. Ukrainian warriors are grateful to all countries that support Ukraine in its war of liberation. But for effective defense and to launch a counteroffensive, more air defense and modern aircraft are needed. However, despite everything, the defenders continue to repel the enemy. If you were interested in today's episode and would like me to continue doing episodes like this next, then let me know by hitting the like button and leaving a comment. You can support the author by the details in the description. Thank you.